Hey, hi everyone, good morning. Am I audible? Okay. So what we will do today is we will revise, right, what we have covered in the last class, and then we'll start with very basic statistics today. So mostly we'll do two things. One thing is we'll do some practice questions, and then we'll move to the statistics section, right? Hope you all I am still waiting. Once I get the drive access, I will upload all the materials. And in the meantime, you please make your system ready, right? Install Python and go through the Jupyter Notebook tutorial, and kind of, I think all of those things are done, right, from your side. If you are having any questions or any doubt, please feel free to ask me, right? Okay. So let us do a quick revision. So in the last class, we discussed about dictionary, right? We discussed about, please go on mute, everyone. Okay. So in the last class, we discussed about different kind of data structure. We started with tuple, right? So tuple is immutable. So we can create tuple within brackets and separated by comma, anything we can keep. So it is immutable. So once I have created a tuple, I cannot do any changes. I cannot add, I cannot delete, right? We also discussed something about set. So set is unique, elements are not ordered, selection is not possible, replace is not possible, and it is mutable. Also, we discussed about adding element using add method, deleting element using remove method, operations, union, intersection, all of these set operations you can perform. After that, we discussed about dictionary. Dictionary elements are basically unique and mutable. Mutable means it can be replaced, right? Add, delete, and okay. So add, delete, and replace is possible, right? Okay, so till dictionary we have completed yesterday. So what we are going to do today is let us do some quick revision, right? I'll be uploading few files. Just 1 second. So we'll do some practice questions today. So what I will do is initially 1 or 2 questions I will tell you how to do, because this is the first time you are coding, and other questions I'll give you as your assignment. As I said, 15 set of questions we will practice. So today I will maybe give you 2 to 3 questions we will do in the class. That is kind of quick revision, and also we will I will share all the other questions, like rest 12 to 13 question as your practice. So you can submit this assignment 1 by end of this weekend. So next Monday, and I will be creating a folder called submit, right, in the drive. So in that submit folder, you all have access, right? So every student will have their own particular folder inside their submit. You go to your folder and submit your solutions there. Are you getting? For example, your name is, let's say, Vidya, right? So inside that submit folder, there is a folder called Vidya. So what you need to do is you need to go to your folder, and then in your folder, you need to submit your solution, assignment solution you need to submit. And I will check it if you submit it on this weekend. Whatever files I can see, that only I will check. If you submit after this weekend, I will not be able to check, right? So today is 16, today is, I think, Tuesday. So you have this whole week, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, 5 days. So every day 2 also, if you do, you will be able to complete. So end of Sunday, please submit that. Okay, fine. So just give me 1 second. So I'll just upload the question set. I was just searching that. 1 second. So few of the coding tests are actually real-time questions from different organizations, and a few of the things are very kind of like generic questions, right? So it's a mix. Few are real-time coding questions like from PayPal and different other organization, and few are like collected from internet. Okay, I think I have downloaded. 1 second. Okay. So this is a very much interactive session because it is a practice session. So you have to, I will give you some time. So maybe 5 minutes or something. I'm not expecting from you to write the exact code. Syntax, if it is like you forgot or something, if it is like little error is there in the syntax, that is absolutely fine. What I'm looking for is the solution at like kind of dummy code. So your analytical problem solving skill, I just want to see. So if any problem like this will occur, so how you will solve, what is your approach, what you will do, what is the solution. So don't worry about syntax, that is absolutely fine. But what you will, like the dummy code, right? If that you can share, that will be great. So for example, first question, let us understand. So the first question is, we have two strings, word1 and word2, which will return true if the two arrays represent the same string, right? For example, let's say word1 is yes, word2 is yes. So it will return true if both are having the same string, false otherwise. A string is represented by an array if the array elements concatenated in order to form string. So if you do not understand the question, always take the example, right? So there are two examples. First example is, let's say word is A, B and C. Second word is A and B, C. So output is true. Why? Because A, B, C, all the string, if you string element, if you check, right? ABC, here also it is ABC, so it is true. Word represented string is AB plus C, ABC, right? In word2, what is the word2 in string, second string, what is the word? A plus BC, so ABC. And these two words are same, that's why it is returning true. One more example is, let's say the first string contains A, C, B, and the second string contains AB and C. Now it will return false. Why? Because if you convert it into a word like A plus CB, that is ACB, and AB plus C, that is ABC. So ACB is not same to ABC because order is different. So you need to make sure not only the letters or characters, the order should also be preserved. If the order and characters, everything is same, it will return true. If it is not same, it will return false. It is, you can do this using list and string, right? So I think if you know string, you can do this. One more example is, for example, input word is A, B, C, D, D, E, F, G. What to is A, B, C, D, D, E, F, G. Output is true. Are you getting? So I think you got the question. Anyone is there who did not understand the question and want me to repeat? Anyone is there who did not understand the question and want me to repeat? I will repeat. If you are not sure about the question, please look at the example. Question understood? Please say yes, yes. You must be thinking this is a simple question, or maybe this is intermediate level question. Why I'm telling you to do this? I have attended many interviews starting from very good organization like Goldman Sachs. You will not believe in the first round. I have no hope that I will clear the interview. So I reached after 30, like I was late 30 minutes. And they had given some data structure algorithm questions. I got out of 20, I got around 11 marks. Yes. And which was not a good score. People were there who got 18, 20 like that, right? I was not prepared with respect to data structure. So whatever came to my mind, I just wrote. but still they took me to the second round, looking at my CV, and then from there, I think 7-8 rounds I have cleared. So you never know what you can do, right? Unless you try. So what I'm saying is, we people are very scared. We think in the interview, real-time interview, they will ask us very hi-fi questions. Actually, I have, as I said, I have gone through, except FANG, I have not, like Google, Microsoft, rest all companies, except those companies, rest all good companies. There are a lot of other good companies which you can try, like PayPal is there, and then my current company, my ex company, General Electric, let's say Goldman Sachs, all of these kind of companies, when you appear for the interviews, the questions are not very hi-fi, right? The questions are like this only. The problem is that it will be a live interview test, right? Your screen will be shared, or maybe through like Hacker Rank or some other platform where everything is getting recorded. So you can go to Google and all that, but it's not decent, right? If somebody, let's say you are sharing your screen with me, and if you Google, so I will not feel good about you, right? So what they're looking for is, even if syntax is wrong, that is fine. Logic, your approach, your problem solving skill, what questions you're asking, those things matters, right? So I mean, very simple SQL and very simple data structure, not data structure, but simple Python questions like this you will get. So if you can do here, you can do there also, right? There is a site called LitCode where you can practice lot of questions, intermediate, beginner, and advanced. If you want, you can take a subscription so that you will get the solutions also. Start with beginner, and once you complete at least 30-40 questions from the beginner section, go to intermediate, and then again complete 30-40 questions. Like that, if you practice and keep this practice always with you, doesn't matter what you are. Every time you change your job, does not matter your experience. Like me, I'm applying for manager role, still they're taking my coding test. Are you getting? So coding test is always there. Manager, intermediate, senior data scientist, any level of interview, coding test is always there. Sorry if I'm disturbing you by talking a lot of things, but these are some real time situations which you should aware of. Without coding test, it's very difficult to crack interviews. So Python is very important every day. Even if you know, many of you are already working in Python, but what will happen is, the right problem solving skill happens if you solve problem every day. Still, you should at least try to solve some complex problem, at least one or two every day, because that exercises your brain. You will understand how to solve a problem in an optimized way. Riveting. Fine. So many times I have given the solution, but that was not optimized. So they again asked me like, can you give a better solution? So better solutions comes with practice, right? Even if you are super talented, if you don't practice, that better solution will not come. So what I'm saying is, every day 1 to 1 problem from LitCode. If you have time, just 15 minutes, 20 minutes, you should always practice. That will actually help you a lot, right? Okay. So any solution, any ideas you can share. You can unmute, or maybe you can share your code in the chat window. I will give you just 5 minutes. Just try whatever is coming to your mind. You can type it in the chat window. Don't worry about syntax. Just write the code. Whatever you are understanding, how you want to solve this, just write the approach. Okay, so one more thing, sorry, I have not covered that. That is if clause you need to use, if, right? Because you need to check, right? So if, I think the syntax for if is very simple. You can take help from Google. So if else you need to use. And this is the reality check. You have understood a lot of theories, and this is a kind of a complete reality check. If you're not able to do this, you ask yourself where you stand today, and accordingly you need to prepare harder. Okay, so I am going to explain this. Why? Because I realized now ki I directly jumped into data structure and I have not covered if, else, while, for loop and all that, right? So because this is my mistake, I have not covered those topics. I will be taking this and explaining you. But rest like this, there are a lot of other interesting questions. See, second question. Second question is you have given a valid IP address. Okay, this one I think you can do. If the first one is little difficult, this one I want everyone to do. Sorry, not the first one, but this one you can do. So you have a valid IP address and you have to return the defined version of the IP address. So what does this mean? Again, if you don't understand, directly see the example. So if you have an IP address like 1.1.1.1, you need to return something like 1 and then bracket dot 1. I mean, wherever there is a dot, you need to keep that dot within brackets. So for example, if the IP address is 255.150, you need to return 255, 100, 50 and 0 like this. So I think this you can do. Try this. You can do this. I will give you hint using join and split. String, we have discussed two methods. One is split method and one is join method. So that I already told you the answer. So now it's super easy for you. So take the input string, apply split, and then apply join, and you will get your answer. Now I want your code. Split the string based on some character that you need to find what character. Once you split it, you will get list of words. And again, join that list of words using another special character or another special thing. So you'll get the string back. Yes, you can use replace method also. I think that's a better option. You can use replace also. That is easy actually. It's a good solution. So anything is fine. So just this is input output. So there are multiple options. Replace method also you can use. Yeah. So already I got solutions. I'm waiting others to share. See, this looks very scary if you look at the example, but if you know string, so that's why I told you many things you really don't need to remember exactly. At a high level, you should know this is there, right? So if you don't know replace method is there, so you will be struggling a lot. But if you know inside replace string module, replace method is there. So easily within few seconds, you can do this, right? Otherwise you have to struggle. So why I told you split and join, sometimes I forgot replace is there. So replace is the easy solution, right? Okay, so I think you all got it. So it's very simple. So looks very scary, but actually just one line of code. Just take the input string and then replace it with respect to the new character, right? So the question number 3 is a very difficult one. I have thrown these questions to all the batches and hardly anyone has done it, right? So this is very difficult one. Don't worry about question number 3. You will not get this level of questions in the real-time interview also. This is a complicated one. I will explain it. But what I want you to do is at least spend some 15 to 20 minutes of time understanding the question and try to do whatever is coming to your mind. Try to do this. If you are not able to do this, absolutely fine. I will explain this. When I will explain this Friday, I will explain, right? But I want you to try first. Okay, so people who have joined recently, we have not done anything. So we have, this is what is the file that we have done. So mostly just the data structure part we have seen, like list, tuple, set, dictionary. We started with Python, and then after Python, we directly jumped into data structure. So list, tuple, set, dictionary. These are the 4 data structures we have seen. We are in Python module, nothing has been started. It's a very fresh batch. If you spend 1 hour of time, if you already know Python, I think that's a, you really not, you have, you already know Python means, I think you will feel bored if I repeat again, but you already know this concept. But if you're not from Python background, very non-technical, then also it is very a fresh batch for you. You can go through the recorded sessions, just 30 minutes. If you spend in 1 hour or 1.5 hours, you will finish the entire curriculum, right? Right, so I can talk to you if you have any questions, maybe after the class. Chakradhar, I'm telling to you, you can be there after the class. I can discuss with you, right?
Sure, ma'am.
Okay, so like this, I think you got the flavor of different questions. So like this, 15 questions. So I have divided 5, 5, 5. I will actually give a heading also, beginner, intermediate, advanced. So go in the sequence, right? Complete the first 5 beginner level and then intermediate and then advanced, right? Or if even if like you know already the beginner, like advanced, if you can do, you should be super. I'm expecting beginner everybody should do. Intermediate 50% people will do, and advanced 10% will do. If you are able to do the advanced things, you can take writings from me. You will clear coding test, because coding test will be somewhere around intermediate level. It is not difficult. Very simple fundamental questions they will ask you, right? Even from SQL, they will just tell you, ask you some join and very simple questions. It's just to see your hands-on thing, right? It's not that difficult. Okay, fine. So we understood all of these things. I think few basic things again are remaining, so that we can complete the very basic core Python concepts. The very basic things are if, else, while, and for loop. And also function is there. So let us complete that part, because without those topics, you cannot do any question. So the first thing is if and else loop. So what is this if else? If else is nothing but when you're checking some conditions and only one condition you are checking, then you can use if, right? So whenever you are checking any condition, and if that condition is true, you want to do something, you have to write this if loop, right? So the function, the syntax is if followed by the condition. Let's say I'm checking if this number 5 is greater than 3, right? This is my condition. I'm checking if this number 5 is greater than 3. And then what I'm going to do here, if 5 is greater than 3, I'm just going to print, let's say I am in if, right? So if 5 is greater than 3, I'm going to print I am in if. Otherwise, what I'm going to do is else I'm just going to print. This is a very simple example. I'm just telling you very simple example, right? I am in elif. So in other languages, you will see if and else. Sorry, if and elif you will see. Sorry, I have just written else. So if and else, let us first discuss. So what I have written just now is a simple code which will tell you the syntax of if and else. The syntax is if followed by some condition. So a very interesting thing about Python is indentation matters. What is indentation? Indentation means spacing. So spacing means whenever I'm starting any block. Now what do you mean by a block? Block, if else is a block, right? If is a block, else is a block, right? You are trying to write for loop, so for loop is a block. You are writing a function, so function is a block. You're writing while loop, so while loop is a block. Any block you are starting, you have to give a colon symbol here, and whenever you're giving this colon symbol, what will happen is immediately you can see the cursor will leave some space, and then you can start the line. So for example, let's say if I start here, I will not leave any space. Print, I will write exactly below if. You can see indentation error. Expected an indented block. In Python, it is mandatory. So again, let me write this down. So what is mandatory in Python? Indentation. So spacing, right? So it's not like you can like indentation means spacing. Whenever you're starting a block, indentation is important. So you have to give proper space, right? Okay, now as you understood indentation, the meaning of indentation, let us understand what. Now next question is how much space can I give? One tab, can I give two tab? How much space you want you can give, but make sure the next line that you're writing is starting just below this line. Again, let's say I have two lines, one more print line is there. Let's say this is second line. So if I just run this again, I will get error. Why? Because unindent does not match any outer indentation level. So this is an error because the second print has not started just below the first print. So indentation matters means all the lines that is within this body part of this if block should be in the same spacing style, right? So whenever you're starting a if loop, you have to write this colon and then make sure you're giving some space, and you're writing your code, right? Now, condition of if will be checked only once, Let's say this condition is true, then it will enter inside this loop. If the condition is false, it will come to the next loop, that is else loop, and it will execute. So if it is true, let me try this. It is executing. Now, if I make this condition false, let's say this is 5 is greater than 13, where the condition is false. Only one time it will check the condition is false. So what will happen? I am in else will be executed. So if the condition is true, it will execute the if loop. If the condition is false, it will execute. It will come out of the if loop. It will not even enter inside if loop, and it will check the other condition. Else will be executed if nothing is true, then else will be executed. Let's say not one, but you want to try 2-3 conditions you want to check. So how to write it? You have to write if and then elif and then elif and then elif. So using elif, you can write multiple conditions. So what is another elif? Let's say condition. So 6 is greater than 8, right? So this is again one more condition. Let's say 16 is greater than 8. This is the condition that I'm checking, and I will print I am inside elif. I'm just going to print I am in elif, right? So if I just run this, what is the output? The output is I am in elif is the output, right? So why I am in elif has been executed? It has checked the if condition. If condition is false here, so it has entered inside elif. Elif is true, so it has executed elif and then came out of the loop. Now my question to you is, you need to tell me the answer of this. Let's say there is one more elif. Let's say 67 is greater than 45, right? And then the question, the print is I am in second elif. Who can let me know what will be the output of this? Output of this code. Just you can type your answers in the chat window, or you can unmute and speak. Yes. So this is a trick. So many people, they think, okay, if the condition is true, I should execute the if loop. So in the elif part, the first elif, the condition is true. So I should execute it. I am in elif. Again, the second elif is also true. The second elif is also true, but does not matter, right? Whenever you are, so the thing is, whenever you see the first condition is true, right? You will execute that particular block and you will come out. So let me run this and show you. You can see only IM elif is there. IM in second elif has not been executed. Why? The trick is, if, check the condition. False, elif, check the condition. True, execute, come out. Don't even look at any other thing. Wherever you find true, you execute that block and come out. Does not matter. The below blocks are true, false, you don't care. Wherever you find anything true, execute that block and come out. Are you getting? Anything which is true, that is any block where you find true, you execute that block and come out. Does not matter below blocks are true or false, right? So here elif 16 is greater than 8 is true, so you will execute this elif and then you will come out. You will not care about the below elif, like 67 is greater than 45. It might be true, but you will come out. Are you getting? Is there any doubt? Vidya, is it clear now? Vidya, what will be the output? 16 greater than 8, 67 greater than 40.
Yes.
Is it clear now, Vidya?
Yes.
Yes. So the trick is, you check the condition, true, execute and come out, right? Fine. So this is if and elif and else. So using this, any condition you can check that, the condition. If it is true, it will execute the loop. Okay. Now what else? Other thing is other kind of loop is there, that is called while loop. Many of you have already used while loop in other languages. So let's understand how to write while loop in Python. So the syntax for writing while loop in Python is, you will start with while keyword, followed by any condition. For example, I'm just assigning a variable called counter. So counter is equals to 5. Now what I'm going to do is, while I'm checking whether this counter is greater than 1, right? My condition is this counter is greater than 1. As I said, it is a block. While loop is a block, for loop is a block, if is a block. So whenever I'm writing any block, I will write this colon and hit enter. So you can see my cursor is just leaving some space and coming here. And then what I'm going to do is, let's say counter is equals to counter minus 1. And then I'm just printing, let's say counter. Right? So what will be the output of this code, right? The first time it will execute, just if you can give me 1 minute, I will just plug in the tablet. 1 second. So in the meantime, let me explain you. So what it will do is, first time it will enter, right, in the while loop, it will check the condition. So what is the condition? Whether it is true or false. Counter is 5 and whether it is greater than 1 or not. So obviously the condition is true for the first time. So it will execute, and then what it will return? It will return just 1 second.
4.
Yes. Okay, so let us execute this like this. So first what it will do is, it will come here. This is 5. So 5 is greater than 1. So condition is true here. So it will execute. It will make the counter 4 and it will print 5. Print counter. So what is the counter value? Counter value is 4. It will print, right? Now next time counter value is 4. 4 is greater than 1. Condition is true. It will make the counter 3 and it will print the value 3. Next time it will make the counter value 3. 3 is greater than 1. Condition is true. It will make the counter 2 now and it will print 3. Counter value it will print. 2 it will print, right? And then again 2 is greater than 1. Condition is true. It will make the counter 1, right? And it will print the value 1. And then what will happen? 1 is greater than 1. Is the condition true? 1 is greater than 1. Condition true or false?
False.
False, right? So it will not do anything. It will come out of the loop. So what while loop will do? So while loop will check condition. Whatever condition you're telling to check, it will check the condition. And if that condition is true, right? If this condition is true, it will execute. Does not matter. So if and while, the difference is if will check the condition only one time, while will check condition every time. So let's say 100 of time it is true, then 100 of time it will execute until unless the condition is false. While loop will keep executing. So while loop will keep executing until and unless the condition that you are checking is false. So if the condition is true, it will enter and execute. Again, it will check the condition. True, exit. True, then execute. Condition is true, execute. Condition is false, come out. Until the condition is false, it will keep executing the loop, right? So that is called while loop. Let us do one thing. So let us execute this and see the output, right? I already explained it. So basically what it will do, it will check the condition and it will execute. So 4, 3, 2, 1. After 1, we will not find 0 because 1 is greater than 1 is false. So it will stop there, right? So if I will not write this line, can you tell what will be the output? If I do not write like that line, so what will be the output?
Um, 5 infinity times.
Correct. So the loop will never end. Why? Condition will never be false. Always counter is 5. 5 is greater than 1. True. Print counter 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5. Like infinite time it will keep printing. It will hang. It will not stop ever. Right? So are you getting? So that's the logic of while loop. So what is the syntax? While followed by some condition, and then you need to write the block of code that you want to write. Make sure space you are giving. So don't worry about spacing. I will be encouraging everyone to join another tool called Jupyter Lab instead of Jupyter Notebook. Once you are very much comfortable using Jupyter Notebook, Jupyter Lab is just like a simple, like window AC to split AC, right? It's very simple, very similar to Jupyter Notebook, but with advantage, lot of great advantage you will get. So Jupyter Lab, maybe tomorrow, you can see another video in the software installation folder where I will show you how to install Jupyter Lab and what all extension you need to kind of download and use it, right? So we will switch to Jupyter Lab maybe tomorrow onwards, right? So don't worry, it's similar to Jupyter only, very similar. All the syntax, everything is same. Only thing is way better than Jupyter, right? Fine. So you understood about while loop and you understood about if else. Next, what we will do is today's last kind of thing is for loop. For loop is something which is when you will use for loop. First of all, for loop you will use if you want to repeat a certain block multiple times. For example, you want to try, let's say y is equals to mx plus b. This is a mathematical equation. And you have different slope values. Let's say m is slope, so m is slope, right? So you have different slope value. For example, m is equals to 6, 7, and 8, and you have different b values. Let's say you have 2, 3, and 4. So m equals to 6, 7, 8, and b equals to 2, 3, 4. For different values of m and b, you want to execute this y equals to mx plus b code. So what you're trying to do here is, for a kind of for a logic, you want to try multiple times with different values. You just want to see that logic with different values. You want to run it for multiple times with different values. So sometimes if you want to iterate means repeat, right? And you know how many times you want to iterate or how many times you want to repeat. That time you will use for loop. It's mostly not for any condition checking like while and if, but it is for iteration. Iteratively, if you want to write some operations, you have to use for loop. Now, what is the example? So if I have to write this using for loop, first let me write and then I will explain. So I will write for I in m. So what is, let us make it simple. So let's say only for m values I'm checking. So m is a list where I'm saving all these values. So m is a list which contains all of these 3 values that I want to try, right? So this is my m. So let me execute. Sorry, this is right. So what I'm going to do is I'm writing for I in m. So what is this I in m? Every I that is present in m means I is an element. So every element present in m, what I'm trying to do here, I'm trying to write m y is equals to I star means multiplication, right? Let's say 5. I'm just taking a simple example, 5i, right? Let's say this is what I'm trying to do, 5 and m. I'm trying to execute y equals to 5m, and then I'm just going to print y m. I just want to print my y. So what I'm trying to do here, you can see first is 30, 35, 45. What is the first value of I in m? The first value of I in m is 6. The second value of I in n is 7 and then 8. So what happened? What is for loop? What happened here? So first time iteratively it will execute, right? Iteratively it will execute. So I is nothing but first time it is 6. So here it is 6 into 5. So it has printed 30. Then again for I in m, next I is 7. So it is 35. Third I is 8. So for every element in M, so what is I? I is nothing but a variable for every element in I. It's not like you can write only I. You can write for A in M, for S in M, for I in any name. It's just a variable. For every element in M, what you're doing, Y is equals to element multiplied by 5 you're doing and printing that Y. So this is your logic. So this you want to iteratively run, execute for different value of M. So this is the syntax of for loop. Now here the I values are very different. Let's say this is 16, this is 71 and 81. So it's not continuous, it's different. Let's say you want to execute a block of code 50 times. 50 times you want to execute a block of code. So what you will do is in that case, the for loop syntax will be different. You will write for I in range function, you will use range function. It takes 3 arguments. The first argument is the starting index, from where you want to start. What is the first value of I? I want the first value of I to be, let's say 0. So I will write starting index is 0, or maybe I want it from 1. So starting index is 1. The second value is ending index. Till what you want to take to I? 50 times I want to repeat, 50 times. So make sure you're writing 51. Let me repeat. So if you write 51, it will go till 50. So ending index is exclusive. So that is my ending index. And then how you want to increment I? You want to increment I plus 1. Every time 1, 1 you want to increment. Or every time 2, 2 you want to increment. How you want to increment? So that third is your step size, or how you want to decrement. So I want to increment 1, 1. So I will write for I in range of 1, 51, 1 means what? You start the value of I from 1, and each iteration you increment I by 1 till I reaches 50. I reaches 50. And what you're going to do, write your logic, whatever you want to do. For example, I just want to print my I value to make it very simple. So this code will return 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 till 50. Let me repeat. So for loop, you can actually use 2 things. One is you are very sure how many times you want to repeat or iterate. Let's say 30 times, 40 times, 50 times. Then you can use the range function. Range function will take 3 arguments: the starting index, the ending index of I, and then the step size. How you want to increment or decrement. So I want to increment 50 times 1, 1, 1, 1. So I'll write start is 1, end is 51, step size is 1. If I want to increment I to 2, I will write 1, 51, 2. If I want to decrement, I will write -1. Start is 51, end is 1, and step size is -1. So it will decrement, right? So let us try this example, whatever I have shown. So what I will do now, I will just write my for loop in a different way. This time I'm just iterating 50 times using range method. So for I in range, I will write here 1 is the starting index, ending index is 51, and step size is 1. And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to print I. See what is happening, right? So what is happening? Okay, in right? So if I run this, you can see I is going till 50, right? Now let us do a slight modification here, and you tell me if I want to decrement I value 2 times. Starting from 51, I want to go till 1, but decrement 2 times. So starting, I value starting should be 51. I want to end I value at I equals to 1. And I want to kind of decrement I to 2. Can you write the code in the range what I should write? (51) to end at 1 with a decrement of 2. What I should write in the range method? There is a trick. Just you need to make sure the ending index is exclusive. So if I want to reach till 1, you need to think till what you need to write. So ending index is exclusive. Ending index is exclusive. Again, I'm repeating. So what you will write? Okay. So if I write like this, let's see what is happening, right? So many people have answered like this. So 51 is the starting, ending is 1, and step size is 2, -2. Right? So 1 and then 51, 49, everything like till 3 it is going. So what I should write? Ending index.
0.
Is it clear to everyone? So many times we will do this small mistakes, right? But it comes with experience. In fact, I have also done this multiple times when I was a fresher. I will forget ending index is exclusive, and accordingly I'll write the logic. Are you getting? So this is very, I don't know why they made it like that, but it is like this. You need to remember. So ending index is always exclusive, right? Any doubt in this range method? Is it clear, everyone? Range method is clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, fine. Okay, so this ends your core Python part where we have this if, else, while, list, tuple, set, dictionary, string. We have major part like function and then lambda function, map, filter. So we are like, these are very silly things that we discuss, very simple things. What is list, what is tuple, what is set, what is dictionary, and then what is if, what is while, and what is for. Very, very interesting and difficult topics like what is class, what is object, what is file handling, what is exception handling, what is your function, what is map, what is filter. All of these things slowly we will discuss from tomorrow onwards. One request is you should enroll as soon as possible because it's already like more than 1 week, so that we will freeze. You no need to type every time your name and phone number, right? It will freeze, the batch will freeze, and then we will have a new separate link, right? So if you have any question, you can ask me. I'm there to answer. Otherwise, I think you already have the syllabus. You already attended few classes. You already know everything. So you can just enroll and make sure once you are getting it done, so you will get drive access. So you'll get your drive. So I think it's the time to get your drive because coding test questions, solutions, everything you will upload there. So that's what is a small request. Otherwise, I think if you have any doubt, you can ask. Today, I'm not going to start anything from the statistics. I will pause today because many of you are new today. I don't want to scare them. Maybe slowly we will start. You take a break today and practice all the assignments. How I will upload the assignment as of now, today, what I will do is in the software installation folder only, I will upload these questions. But I think once our drive access, everything is done within 1 or 2 days, I will, you can see everything is there in the folder, right? Okay.
Hello, I had a question, Sasmitha. How
So
much
just
AW?
One second. So I will just answer one Banesh, right? So yes, so that will continue parallelly. So I'm just that's the thing. So once you confirm your enrollment, that gives lot of ideas, right? And then accordingly we will plan. So it will go parallelly. So anyway, the core Python is mandatory for everyone. It's done. So the advanced Python like functions and list, the object, class, module, package, and other things, it's optional. If you want to continue, you have to join sharp at 7 and it will end like 7:30. But if you directly jump from this statistics part, then you can join 7:30. So it will go parallelly. And not only Python, right? In 7 to 7:30, you can consider as a course preparatory class. If you're not joining also, you'll get the recordings of those classes. So you can go through, right? So what I'm saying is 7 to 7:30 in this entire journey, we will complete a lot of topics. Once Python is done, we will start SQL there. We'll start SQL. So Python and SQL we will complete in the first half. And the next 1 hour will be for data science, right? Where we will cover important topics like probability, statistics, machine learning. So both will go parallelly. I feel that is better. So what is your suggestion, others? You want to go parallelly or one by one you want to complete? Others, you can, if you have any suggestions you can give. I think this is better parallelly.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Because many of you are waiting for the job. I have talked with few of them, like people are from different background here. Many people are actually having a lot of gaps and they're really they are actually want to complete the course and want to search job. So job, it's not like they have infinite amount of time. So we will, and they already know Python, so we should respect their time also. So if you know Python, you can skip, and if you don't know Python, you no need to be scared, you can join. So that's why this option is there. So for people who already know Python SQL and want to skip, sharp 7:30 every day from next Monday you will join, or maybe from tomorrow you will join. And people who already know Python from scratch, sorry, who don't know Python, please join at 7. Okay, I will take your question, Yamini. So you're asking me something about AWS. Who was asking?
It's me. Just want to know AWS is
Okay,
the course it's mentioned
yeah.
in to how
So
much
I'll
how
tell
far
you. Yeah.
how far you
So
will
there are
cover
a
in.
lot of jargons. There are a lot of jargons present. I can see in the market, and people are normally they are getting confused. So because there are a lot of similarity, there is a very thin line, as I said, between data engineering and data science. And companies are also kind of very weird expectation. So they are expecting data engineers to know few modules from data science. They're expecting data scientists to know many modules from data engineering side. That's why all of these confusions it is arising. But I'll make sure. So this course is majorly for a data scientist and data analyst. If you want to become a data engineer, I am starting new batch Monday to Friday evening 8:30 to 10. Please join that batch, which is a data engineering, basically the engineering side of data. You can see there. So where I will cover Azure Databricks, Azure ML, not ML, but Azure Databricks, Azure Data Factory, AWS, lot of solution services from AWS side, lot of content you will see. This course will give you in-depth knowledge about machine learning. After taking this course, any machine learning code in the world, you can understand. And this course will make you very strong foundation on the core analytical tools like pandas, like NumPy, like Plotly, visualization, like your Tableau, right? Like your machine learning, deep learning. So this course is all about that. Is this clear? So Yamini, here AWS S3 will be covered. And why only S3? Because we as a data scientist, we need one storage and one computing machine. So everything will be taken care by the data engineering team. They will be setting up, they'll be giving access. So there are certain other services you need to learn as a data engineer. As a data scientist, AWS SageMaker, EMR Studio, S3 is more than sufficient. Docker and other, yes. Again, this course is machine learning in real-time production environment, how to implement your machine learning code. That also this course will teach you. That is called ML Ops, machine learning in operations. So there are different ways to take your machine learning code. Sometimes you have to create a web app. So that is not included because web app creation is a different track. There are DevOps engineers, software engineers, they will be doing it. Most 90% of the company, they will tell you to deploy your code in cloud. Mostly cloud is the trend right now. Every company has cloud presence. So that's why cloud way how I can deploy. I have built my ML model, but that is in my local system. Maybe using my Jupyter notebook, my own system, but how to take this to production environment. The product in which I'm going to integrate, that product might be existing in AWS environment. So in that case, a data scientist has to know something about cloud. And not only that, how to Dockerize, how to containerize, so that it will be super easy for the data engineering team to deploy it. Within seconds, they can deploy if you Dockerize it, right? That's why this is called ML Ops, machine learning in operation. In real time, only this knowledge will not help you. You have to know what will happen if the model is not working, how to make that automate. That is the real challenge in real time, right? Are you getting? So today I have deployed a model, May 16th, I have deployed a model, right? And everyone is very happy. June 16th, the model did not work. What will happen? The data engineer does not know machine learning. They cannot retrain your model. You have to do that. You cannot always come here and do it, right? You have other projects to take care. Can you automate the process? Can you understand? Can you generate alerts whenever it is 70% is the threshold? If the model accuracy is below 70%, automatically the model will understand why it is happening, whether it is a data issue or whether it is a concept issue or what happened, why it is drifting, the cause of drifting. Can you register that model so that each time anyone in your team is doing any changes, can you track it? As a manager, can you track it? Who did what? And then finally, can you retrain your model? Can you schedule a job so that every 15 days, it will take the fresh data and it will retrain the model? Whatever is the dashboard or whatever is the front end, it will make sure 70% threshold is maintained. Are you getting? So that is called ML Ops, which is also included. So if you know ML Ops and this much, it is more than sufficient. Nobody is expecting. Only one thing is lacking, I will tell you in this entire course, that is Apache Spark recording. I believe that is important, but because of time issue, I have not included it. People from this batch, if you want Apache Spark recording, you can let me know. I will share you from the big data batch, which is very in-depth. Are you getting? But the data engineering track is different. That the data engineering, I am not expecting any data engineer to build a machine learning model, right? What I am expecting is, can you create the cluster? Can you maintain the cluster? Can you give exact access to exact user? Who will get what access? Do you have idea about Databricks? Can you do lot of data manipulation, data cleaning? Very strong foundation knowledge in database. Do you have that? Right? So that is a different track. This is a different track. Yamini, I think you understood. So RDS is not included, S3 is included, but any new service that you want to learn, I think you can learn yourself. All of these other services are included in big data engineering course, or basically the data engineering course that is going to start next Monday. So you ask yourself one question, what I exactly want to become? Do I want to become? But I think today it's so thin line. I can see in the interview, the JD is very scattered. Like, I mean, they themselves don't know what they are asking, right? I mean, the HR will lot of confusion. They have their own mind. They will ask everything. For data engineer role, they will include machine learning. Go. If the candidate know machine learning, it is very good. They will write like this. Good to have machine learning skills. In the data science job, they will write good to have, let's say, AWS skills. Are you getting? So if you know everything, you are all rounder. Like my profile, why I'm getting 20,000, 30,000? You will not believe. I will show you my Naukri profile. It's not because I am super talented. It is because I have prepared my CV and every keyword which is trending in the market is present in my CV. So I have 75,000 view in 2 months in Naukri. 75,000 view. And you will not believe, every 2 minutes I was getting a call from some company. Why it happened? Because if you know ML ops, if you know data engineering, if you know data scientist, you are all rounder. So like you are like irreplaceable. You are open for any position, data engineering, data analyst, any data position. But that will take a lot of time. But I think that is what we are going towards. With this chat GPT and all, people are should be multi-talented. So it's not very focused one directional. So because productivity increases, right? No need to type, just write your question and you will get your answers from chat GPT. So what I'm saying is take both the course if you are really interested. Otherwise you select which domain you want to go and then accordingly you select. So this course is basically the data science course. The other one is data engineering. But as I said, there is a very thin line.
Yeah,
Okay.
ma'am,
So
this is Revati.
yeah.
Ma'am, I'm into Python from past 4 years, and I have masters too, and I have some experience on AWS also. If you go through this data science, can we able to keep 4 years, or I need some suggestion from you, ma'am.
I think in the demo class I told, doesn't matter what is your background, you should never show more than 3 year experience in data science because it will be very difficult for you to justify. If you have some 6 year, 7 year experience in data science, you will be recruited for managerial post, right? Manager means how you will feel even if you are recruited by luck. Your junior members will be doing better job than you as a manager. You will not be able to understand their code and you will not be able to guide them. How embarrassing you will feel at that time. Are you getting? So either the
Yes,
company
yes.
will fire or you will fire, like you will only quit yourself. So better to become a manager. First, you have to be an individual contributor. You have to do lot of projects. Then only that ideas will come. Are you
Okay.
getting? So 6 year means you will get managerial positions. 4 year,
No,
3
no, I
to
have
6
4
year.
years.
So what you can do is 2 year you show in Python and 2 year you can show in data science. So
Okay.
that is something which is looking practical. You can justify.
Okay.
So if
Ma'am, I
you're super,
have some experience on Docker too, some Docker, GitHub all. Is this okay to stop with data science, or we can go with ML ops also?
so
I'm
ML
just
ops is there.
asking
In this
suggestion.
course, yeah, ML ops is included in this course. That's what I'm saying. So ML
Okay.
ops is included in this course. ML ops is nothing separate, right? ML ops means machine learning in operation. Now a person
Okay.
should know machine learning first. Then only he can in production environment he can maintain machine learning model, isn't it? Are you getting?
Okay.
So this course has ML ops in it. So this is a very balanced course. Rather, I will say it's a very
Okay.
balanced with respect to whatever the company is needing from a data scientist.
Yeah. Okay.
So many data engineer they think they can become better ML ops, but I believe it's a gap. It's a very trending field. I'll tell you, it's a joke actually. Data engineering people they know ops, data scientists they know ML. So both of them they know half half. So we as a data scientist we know the ML part, we don't know the ops. Data engineering team they know the ops part, they don't know ML. Are you getting? So if you know both, that's why you are irreplaceable in any company because you are a person who can deploy model. You don't need anyone else. You know ML, you know how to deploy, you know how to maintain. Right? So
Yeah.
you are irreplaceable, right? Instead of
Yes.
hiring 2%, they can hire you 1% and they can give you better salary, right? So that's why you will not find many professional in the market who are expert in ML ops because it is difficult to know both. But yes, this course has ML ops in it and model registry, concept drift, data drift. These are very unique concepts that I have included. That's why the name is industry ready, right?
Okay, ma'am. Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you. I will tell you my own opinion. See, if you are from your from your heart, if you are, you can learn software engineering actually, but a software engineering person has to, like, machine learning is a mandatory term nowadays. The way AI research is going on, you will find everyone is learning machine learning. Software engineers, test automation engineers, everybody will learn machine learning. So you don't take machine learning as a optional. It's a mandatory subject to learn by everyone. And if you start your career early in machine learning, you will be few people, right, who will be guiding others how to use AI tools. Are you getting? So ML is something which is mandatory. It is something which is, like Python programming, everyone has to learn. ML is something which is everyone has to learn. And mark my words, in 2 years, this will be mandatory. You have no option that you can leave. If you don't know ML, you are outdated in today's world. If you don't know machine learning, if you have no idea about AI tools, you are outdated. Honestly speaking, you are outdated. So all the data engineers, everyone, not only data engineers, software engineer, data engineer, students, professor, lecturers, everyone will learn machine learning. So this is a mandatory subject. The sooner you will learn, the better it is for you. Right? On top of machine learning, it's kind of not a specialized subject right now. It's a very much mandatory subject. Like you're learning Python, like you're learning SQL, you have to know machine learning. On top of that, you should learn other things which will specify, which will be your specialty. Are you getting? Machine learning is universal. On top of that, you should learn other things like cloud computing. Some people will learn blockchain. Some people will learn IoT. So those are the specialized areas. Machine learning is common. If it is not common, you will see in 2-3 months or maybe 1 year, it will be very common. After this ChatGPT and all, it is very common, right? And that's what I think this course is very important. I'm not telling you just because you enroll in my course, you do a survey, you check, go to Google and check, do the survey. You see how actively this domain people are researching. More tools are coming up means more demanded that area is, right? Entire world is around AI right now. Entire world, everyone is thinking about AI. ChatGPT is the term that has been searched in the history of Google ever, right? This term has been searched. If you check the duration, it's the highest search term in Google in the history of search engine. ChatGPT is the highest search term, right? When you are using AI tool, always there is a question, right? Do I know AI? This tool is working, but how it is working? So that curiosity always will be there. So I think machine learning is a general course right now. You will see it is there in the syllabus of schools, colleges, everywhere. It's a very normal thing. It's not a specialized domain, right? Anyways, I'm killing your time, so sorry for it. If you have any doubt, you can talk to me. Otherwise, you can leave the call. We'll connect tomorrow.
Okay, thank you.
Chakrada, do you have any questions? Because today is your first class.
Yeah. So like, how do I catch up with the current topics? Because I'm completely new to Python. I was a Java developer, and
Oh, you are a Java developer, right? Like Python is very easy as compared to Java.
yeah,
So it's like you already know the concepts, right? Like if, else, while, for, everything you have written in Java, correct?
yes.
So just syntax is what something you need to. So okay, you do one thing. You share your email ID. Let
Okay.
me add it to the Python folder previous batch, because till now I think the drive is not created. I don't know. I don't have access. So I'll add you to the previous batch Python folder. You will
Okay.
get all the Python recordings till today, whatever is there, right? So you can go through it.
Yeah.
But
And
it's hardly 30 minutes. If you spend 1 hour, you will understand. Very simple things we have covered.
okay. And this tool, whatever you're using, right? Jupyter.
So
I mean,
this is this tool installation and tutorial is also there. You have to see it and do it. Complete tutorial. So how to create documents and everything using Jupyter, it's there.
Okay.
So give me your email ID. I will add you.
Sure, ma'am. And I don't know anything about the details of the course, like how much I need to pay and all. I was waiting for your batch at this time because I stay in on-site hours.
Okay, I'll tell Durga, so they'll reach out to you, Chakradhar, right?
Sure. Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah.
I'm
Thank you.
emailing you my my Gmail.
Okay.
Yep. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, everyone. I just copied your email. Others you can drop if you don't have anything to ask. Tomorrow we will connect and we will continue. Chakradhar, just wait for 1 minute. Just confirm that you got. Make sure ki you get access, right?
Okay, ma'am. Yeah, it's only one
So,
single P. I accidentally typed double.
oh, okay. Okay, so it's wrong, right? It's can you again type it?
Yeah, I sent
The
it.
correct one.
Yeah, I sent it.
I will upload assignment in this folder only, maybe for today, but tomorrow you will get your drive. So everything you will get in an organized manner in the drive you will get, right?
Sure, ma'am. Thank you very much.
Follow this 2 tutorial for installation and Jupyter Notebook. Okay.
Sure. And I mean, I'm completely new to this data field, so I don't know what is data science, data engineering too until you were telling
I
about
am
the.
there to help. No worries.
Yeah.
So I think this is for beginners, right? So from 0 level to a level where you can actually write your own machine learning code, till that level I'll take you. So
Sure.
I will take care of those things. No worries.
And is there any possibility where data engineering course or whatever course you're starting next, is there a possibility where you started the same time after completing this course? Like,
We'll see because many people are working. So even I have also have to log in, right?
got it.
So my office is early morning actually. So we'll see if possible. We'll move it maybe 1 hour before, like 6:30 to 8, and then we'll discuss, right?
Sure, ma'am. Thank you very much, ma'am.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you, everyone.